Okay, thank you, Joshua, for a good introduction of me. So, okay, hi all, and good evening. I'm Mr. Joe Young. I'm the lecturer from School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Singapore Polytechnic. Today, my topic is about Internet of Things, IoT, and how IoT can help automate the farming process easy and convenient. As Joshua mentioned earlier, that farming is need a lot of hard work and passions. But let's say if you have, like example, like if you have some technologies, like we believe that we can help you to like example automate certain tasks or certain boring tasks, okay, so that you have more fun with farming. Okay, so without further ado, okay, let's bring you to my today contents. Okay, so first I'll share you about what is Internet of Things, IoT, and how important is IoT, and 8 C's of typical IoT applications, and I give you a how IoT can be adopted in the farming scenarios, and also share with you more about types of farming in Singapore, just elaborate more. Okay, and last but not least, okay, I'll share with you how IoT can automate the routine or boring farming processes. Okay, on the right hand side, you can see the picture that SP has built farming solutions together with Singapore Indoor Farms. Okay. Okay, let's get started with Internet of Things. So, what is IoT? So, IoT is the internet workings of physical devices. Could be vehicles, could be buildings, and could be other items embedded with electronic stuff, software, of course, sensors, actuators, and network connectivities that allow us to share those objects to collect and exchange data. Okay, and also IoT can be illustrated as sensing capabilities enabled by IoT will drive developments of smart nation applications. It is from IMDA quotation. Okay, how about IoT evolutions? So since IoT is not new to us, so it has been evolved since 1875 all the way to today, and then it will be accelerating in exponential way. Okay, example, okay, in the past we use wired communications, but today we are going into a wireless. Okay, example, you can see from the graph from since 2000s and forwards, the growth is very exponential because of the internet, mobile communications, Web 2.0, social webs, M2M. So all these have drive our usage or adoptions of IoTs in exponential way. So today there are around 5 billions of people are using IoT gadgets, okay, and about 500 million of places are connected, and there are 50 billions of IoT devices will be used in the future. So it's a very huge demands and adoptions. Okay, how important is IoT? And as you can see here, the growth will generate revenues for enterprises. Of course, I mean, IoT, you could see the growth rate in the media devices, smart grid for grid monitoring, connected vehicles. Today we're talking about autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, and those are embedded with numerous types of IoT equipments and sensors, and lighting systems, asset tracking, and inventory management. So, and next, by 2030, there will be a 1.5 trillions of IoT revenues that come from many domains. Okay, so it can be from retails, administrative, electricities, and gases, and so on. So yes, IoT is growing in the very scary way. Okay, so yeah, there will be 66% of IoT services in coming years, and there will be a huge adoptions of hardware, semicon devices, and memory chips. All will become into as IoT market demands. Okay, so let's look into the IoT applications. So we can see IoT application in today's consumer markets, the home applications, smart infrastructures for monitoring gas, okay, electricity generations, monitoring, and so on, security and surveillance, transportations, healthcare, retails, and industries. And of course, you can find in many other domain areas with IoT. Okay, so to make our IoT simpler and easier to understand, so we come up with 60 a typical IoT application framework for you to understand and remember what IoT is included. Okay, so example, we have first C, we call it collect, and followed by second C, control. So we make use of the IoT sensors, like example, temperature, humidity sensor, pressure sensor, accelerometer, gyroscope. All these sensors we can connect it to the microcontroller. We can do some control applications, and we can generate or we can actuate some outputs. Okay, so this is first two C's, collect and control. And next, we need communications medium and protocols to connect to internet. So example, what type of communications? We can have Wi-Fi, we can have wired, we can have a cellular communication that we can connect to the internet. Okay, so internet is a fourth C here. And finally, all our data that come from the microcontroller sensors will be sent over to internet. So we need a storage place. So this storage place, it could be in the cloud space. So today we may heard about cloud, example, AWS, Google Cloud, Azure Clouds. Many other cloud services are available for users to store the data, and after that, user can make use of this data to digest it or make it comprehension. Okay, make it like more meaningful by using some analytics and throw in some AI. Okay, last but not least, all our IoT applications have to come out with applications. Okay, it could be mobile apps, it could be a desktop applications. Do take note, our last C will be IoT security, or we can call it cyber security. It's very important for every aspect of the C's over here. Because today, right, our IoT systems are going to cloud, internet. So security is very, very important, okay, to protect from every aspect, okay, so that your devices are in control by you. Okay. Okay, let me go into the IoT ecosystem in details. Since today our topic is about cultivating like urban farming, so I bring in some urban farming sensors and actuators devices. Okay, for farming, you may probably need pH sensors. So with me, I have a pH meter here. It could be in the forms of like example portable versions, or it could be embedded to the microcontrollers. Okay, I have an EC meter to detect the electroconductivity. So to check how much nutrients are inside the maybe in the water tank. Okay, we could also have a light intensive sensor to detect whether the lights are enough spectrums. We can detect from that. Humidity sensors, yes, in farming, humidity is very important. All the farms have to regulate the humidity around, like example, like 40 to 80 percentage of humidity. And CO2, of course, very important. For the plants to grow well, we need a very good CO2 level. So how to know how much CO2? We can make use of the CO2 sensors. Okay, we could also have a water level sensor to detect how much water has been used or water has been used up and no more. So we can use water level sensor to detect the level of the water usage. And we have timer sensor so that we can automate, like example, lighting, or we can automate the water pump, okay, to on off at regular time or certain interval. Of course, if you go with indoor farming, you will need artificial lights. We can make use of LED lights, okay. And CO2 cylinder, if let's say maybe your showroom or your location don't have enough CO2, so you can pump in maybe a bit of CO2, and then you circulate, and then you can feed into the plants. Okay, so be careful when you use the CO2, so you don't indose the CO2. Okay, if you are in the living space. Okay, and atomization foggers. Okay, you may need that foggers sometimes. Pressure optimization nozzle. Pressure pump, so you need some pressure pump to pump the water from maybe like water tank all the way to maybe a few meters if you're using hydroponics. And you may need a ventilation fan, as Joshua mentioned, right? If your space or your location has not enough air or airflow, you can add in some ventilation fan. Okay, so that your plants have some breeze and air. Okay, and of course you can also add some air cooler to cool down the temperature. And also you can, if your place is too cold, you can also have inject some warm air also. Okay, so these are the sensors and actuators that usually we use in our farming. Okay, next, let me talk about IoT. Like communications. So today, for our control systems, microcontrollers, we can communicate through certain communication protocol, like example Wi-Fi. If you want to go put your microcontroller device here, I have one Raspberry Pi. If you want to connect to internet, usually we can use Wi-Fi connections. Of course, you can add on some shields. Example, you can add in some 3G modems or 4G. Maybe today we have 5G modem. You can install it, and you can have make this IoT device to be maybe like cellular ready or Wi-Fi ready, and so that you can send the data from controller to the internet with ease. Okay, of course, don't forget today our IoT gadgets are also make use of Bluetooth. Those are low power, Zigbee, LoRa for long range, and Sigfox also for long range data transmission. And and those communications are like Bluetooth, Zigbee, LoRa, Sigfox. They can send the data over long distance, or maybe for Bluetooth is like maybe about 60-meter range with the low energy. But for the Wi-Fi and cellular, it may take slightly high energy. So you have to think about it, your usage. Sometimes you may need to use low power. You should go with the Bluetooth, Zigbee, LoRa, Sigfox. If you need high speed, high data bandwidth, you should go with Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, and 5Gs. Okay, next we have a connect. Okay, our fourth C. So today our IoT networks can be formed using example Bluetooth with the Bluetooth modem. We can have a Zigbee networks with the Zigbee routers, and we can have a 6 low PAN, which is 6 low power personal area networks. So you can have different types of networks. At the end, you have to go through the cellular networks through the ISP, the Internet Service Provider. From that, then you can send the data out to the internet. Okay, so next we have a cloud. Today, we have a cloud services like from Amazon, Microsoft, Google, ThinkSpeak. So there are many service providers. OpenShift from Red Hat. So they provide the different types, 3 types of cloud services. It could be public cloud. So meaning that if you upload the data to the public cloud, anyone can access your data. But how about if you want to protect within your own premise or within your own organization? Yes, you can go with the cloud, but you can go to private cloud. That means only the authorized or within your organization can access this. Or sometimes you want some flexibility. You want to control some, but you want to expose some. So you can go with hybrid architectures. Some you protect using private cloud, and some you can use a public cloud too. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Today, our cloud providers will provide some data analytics tools and features that you can grab the data from those cloud data storages, and you can come up with some analytics trends charts. Example. And today there are some tools like example Power BI can make use of visualization. They can tap data from the maybe databases like MySQL or SQL or Postgres. You can grab data, and then you can analyze, you can visualize, and you can do some predictions. Okay, and there are cloud services like IBM Watson's, also similar to Power BI, so you can grab data and you can make your data more meaningful. Yes, today we can't forget about AI. So today AIs are more and more intelligent. So today we can track on the grab data, and this AI can predict certain situation or scenarios. Okay, and last but not least, we have create. So create means we have a mobile apps that we can create. Example, what type of mobile apps you can do it? Example, responsive web app. So that means example, you can create one types of responsive web so that your devices like mobile phones, PCs or tablet can be used in using the web browser based web browser. It could be hybrid. That means like example, like sometimes you want to make use of the native mobile features from your mobile phones, and people will go with hybrid types of apps. Okay, so and followed by cross-platform. If you want to go with deeper native features from your mobile devices, most people will go with cross-platforms. Okay, example, React Native, Flutter, those are the main programming platforms that people use it. Of course, if you want to fully utilize the mobile devices features, of course, you have to go with Java or Objective-C or Swift for Apple. So these are the different types of mobile apps that a user can create based on the needs. Of course, there are also today quite popular demands with low-code developments. Because today application developments are very lengthy and need a lot of like domain knowledge. So why not we should go with low-code? Yes, there are local platform, example from APN, Zoho, Microsoft Power Apps. Those are also very popular platforms to quick and easy develop mobile applications for enterprises, okay, even for the big market. Okay, and also of course there are also some no-code platforms like user no need to do much of programming. User just need to drag and drop, and you can come out with a nice and quick and dirty maybe prototypes upon proof of concept using those platforms like AppyPie, AppSheets, Bubble, and so on. So yeah, today all these mobile services can be linked to certain API. API stands for Application Programming Interface that can link to example like OpenAI, like example generative AI API services. It can link to database API, or maybe link to like our government data more. So through API we can connect. Today our mobile application can connect to multiple services for better applications. Okay, next let me talk about cybersecurity and how important is it. Okay, so after I go through 7C, the last C will be cybersecurity. Yes. So take note before you like purchase anything. Please take note, do a bit of research whether your devices are secure or it can be protected through certain means. Okay, example, you buy a laptop today, right? And you have to make sure that you have to protect using antivirus, or even in your phones. You purchase a phone with maybe maybe expensive high-end phone, but don't forget to like spend on certain like antivirus software to protect your high value assets. Okay, of course, most importantly is your data also. Okay, today if you lost a phone, you can buy it back maybe, but if you lost the data, it will be gone. Of course, you need to do a certain backup lah. Okay, next, you got to secure your device immediately after the purchase. But today you notice that once you purchase a mobile phone, mobile devices, or even a PC, our software vendors will ask you to like immediately like set the password or set the PIN code or set the maybe facial ID example. So this is a good practice that you have to secure it before after you purchase. Okay. Also, it's good practice to use a secure password, and recommended use more than 8 characters into a combination of alphanumerics, numbers, and some special characters to make your password stronger, so that it will be like difficult to get hacked. Okay, or yeah, today we can guarantee like example things can be cracked or things can be hacked, but it's just that we have to protect ourselves. Okay, defend ourselves first. Okay, next, if you have mobile devices or your IoT devices have some firmware updates options, please regularly check the vendor site, or if there's any OTP services, do regular update the firmware or do regular security patching. Okay, because today our malware attacks are like evolving, and they are also now getting smarter and smarter. So so our devices have to be patched regularly. Okay, next, we got to disconnect our insecure IoT devices if they are not in use. So IoT is yes good, but if you forget to like secure them, if you sometimes you use it and you let it go, and then you never protect well, or if you don't know that you already use it but you forgotten about the devices, please do consider disconnect those devices if not in use. Okay, and turn off the IoT devices when not in use. Yeah, periodically check if whether they are turned on. Okay, it also can save power also. And protect your routers and Wi-Fi networks, because today our IoT devices, they may be using Wi-Fi routers and some network switches. Yes, good to be protect them with a strong password or with some built-in firewalls solutions inside the routers. Even the Wi-Fi networks also, the SSID, got to protect with the strong passwords. Okay, sometimes if necessary, you can hide the SSID to protect from outsider to see your network. Okay, so next, you got to avoid the single point of failures. So when you want to implement the IoT solutions, yes, okay, you shouldn't like example everything depends on one single solutions, and then this system or solution fail or die. So if you don't do that, try to have some redundancy, some backup solution in your IoT solution system. Okay, and then pay attention to mobile device security. Today you can notice that most attacks probably come from mobile phones, because today mobile phones are very segmented. Some are securely patched and some mobile devices are not securely patched. So so most attack can come from the mobile apps. It can be also spread out to the networks, through the mobiles. Okay, next, Consider using antivirus and intrusion detection products. Example like email filters, spam filters in your devices, so that it can help you to protect when you don't get aware, when you are not aware of those things. And also good to protect. Example, if you have any like cameras, okay, if you're not in use, you can close it up, okay, or you can shield it with something, okay, because today if once your system is compromised, the attackers can come to your system to open up certain devices. Okay, be alert all this. And next, if you are not sure, always good to check with technical expert, okay, get technical assistance, okay. Okay, now let me go into the make use of 8C's IoT and how we can build farming systems. Okay, so here you can see the first 2C, collect and control. So we have a Raspberry Pi controller here. Okay, so you can see on the picture also on the center, Raspberry Pi main controller. So in SP we have built a customized shield that can plug in the different type of sensor. Example, you can see the CO2 sensor, carbon dioxide sensors. We have a light sensors. Okay, we have a pH sensor, EC sensor. Okay, all can be connected to our shields here. Okay, so I want to show you here. This is my physical systems that we have built. So inside we have a Raspberry Pi with the IoT shields, which have temperature sensor, humidity sensor, CO2, and many others, just for to detect the anomalies of a farm. So in SP we have this IoT farm that we monitor temperature, humidity, CO2, and after that we also got the control. We control the pump and light systems here. So using this is a box that farming box that we use it for IoT implementations to automate the farming process. Okay, as you can see, we not only have controllers, we also have a AC socket here to power the pump and the lights, LED light system. Okay, next, let's say example, right? If you don't want to have a so complicated IoT solution, you can buy those like example off the shelf sensor monitoring devices. On my hand, I have a Xiaomi temperature humidity sensors. Okay, so you can place it around your farms to detect what your temperature humidity is. All right. Okay, next, to monitor the farming sensors, readings, and to monitor the pump light conditions, we also have this dashboard that utilizes the no-reg programming. So it's quite popular programming today for most industry applications. It's a drag and drop types of application. GUI means graphical user interface. So user can easily drag and drop the some logics. After they add them together, make it into a dashboard. Maybe within a half an hour. Yeah. So after that we build the dashboard, and then this is a dashboard that you see here. And this dashboard can be put in the local computer, or it could be placed in the cloud. If in the cloud, of course we can do remote monitoring. If you do it in the local devices, you have to go to the nearby network to get the access of it. Okay, so our data are being sent over to the ThinkSpeed cloud platforms. So you may try out the ThinkSpeed cloud platform, which is free for limited usage. You can push the data out and you can remotely monitor your IoT data. Okay, so in this applications, I make use of this 8C here. So yes, every single aspect of the data, okay, everything we have protected with the security, like encryptions of the communications. Also protect with the user authentications, credentials. I can edit all these together. Okay. Yeah. So through these ThinkSpeed platforms, right, we also collect data, and we also do the alerting also. Example, if we set the alert, for example, if temperature is too high, we trigger the emails alerts and also trigger the tweet alerts. Of course, today we can try Telegram alerts and WhatsApp alert. You can try many alerts. Okay, let me show you. There are a few projects that we've done together with Singapore Indoor Farms. Okay, of course, we did some indoor farming solutions. You can see on the screen here. So we built a dashboard to monitor, remote control the light pump at a certain interval. Okay, and then we also built solar power farming solutions. You can see here there's a solar panel that we power the outdoor farms here. Okay, we also do the indoor farms here, indoor farms. And we also, together with SIF, we built IoT solar power IoT solutions for secondary schools over here. So you can see these are our project that we work together with the Singapore Indoor Farms. Okay, with solar panels, of course, we can save energy, and then it can also save the running cost, okay, of electricity. Okay, next, how can we implement an IoT solution for urban farming? So let's have a look. Okay, today I have seen quite numbers of farming types. Okay, example, there are some traditional farms. Maybe you can find around Yio Chu Kang area. Okay, so when you see there are still people riding on the ground, and they're still planting it traditional way. And there are also some they are trying on the rooftops and certain unused untapped locations. Okay, so now we are moving from traditional to urban farming because we feel that urban farming makes more sense. I mean, like in Singapore, okay, meaning we have small space, so we need to grow in the efficient way. Okay, of course, I mean, like people want to grow in the nice and clean weathers and space. Of course, they also can neglect the traditional farm, but traditional farm is good to be like upgrade them to be like urban farm types. Okay, for better growth and better yield, and also cleaner lah. Okay, so today I will show you some high-tech urban farming in controlled environments. As our early speaker mentioned that, okay, with this controlled environments, we can grow plants 24/7 or 365 days a year, regardless of strong winds or heavy rains. We can grow wells in the controlled environments. Yeah. And today in Singapore also, we can see quite numbers of rooftops. They are trying out the farming. Like outdoor farms, using some special equipments and tools and some setups over here. So you can see, this is one of a HDB rooftop, maybe multi-story car park rooftop. People have tried out this in the Sunan Kudut. Okay, there are 18 hectares of facility at Sunan Kudut, so they are trying to grow the veggies. Okay, and here there's 9 high-tech farms in Singapore awarded nearly 40 million to ramp up the food productions. So all these are together. We are trying to achieve the 20 by 30 goals for Singapore Green Plan. Okay, next, there are a few other examples. Okay, like example, we can make use of the maybe like automations to like spray some fertilizer or some pesticides. Example, so you can see on the pictures. And of course, we can also make use of robots to do the like routine harvesting. Example, so today our robotic arms can be programmed to harvest the plants. Okay, pluck the plants. Okay, and then place it into a storage place. Yeah. Of course, we can also remotely monitor the plants. You can see here robots on the bottom left. We have some camera attached to it, and then the users or owner or chief farmers can monitor the plants remotely, so that you don't have to go down all the way to the farm's areas. So you can remotely monitor and take the actions in a prompt manner. Okay, so my last part, I would like to share with you how IoTs can automate routine farming processes. Okay, so we have set up the IoT solutions in Singapore Indoor Farms. We regularly like monitor, we check, troubleshoots even remotely from SP. So we sometimes there's some issues faced with the controller or some issue faced with the system. We normally log into the system remotely, then we help them to SIF troubleshoots. Okay, so our IoT system is on the right hand side here. You can see a few sensors. We have a carbon dioxide sensor in the red color, and we have temperature humidity sensor in the blue color, and IoT box is over there on the top of the farming racks. Okay, just a revisit. Maybe from the viewers, you may know about farming, or you may be new to farming. Don't worry. Okay, let me revisit to some basic farming steps. You know, when you do farming, there are 4 growth phases. One of them may be seeding, getting seeds. After that, you do germinations. Okay, then after that, after germination, okay, you have to monitor. You have to like maintain or break your farms to get the vegetative growth, and followed by the last but not least. Sometimes you may want to extract the seeds. So some people will wait until the production stage growth of the plants. So where IoT can be placed, Of course, I mean IoT can be placed in every single phases. Example, for seedlings, so we can have some IoT sensor that can monitor the, I mean like we can like sort out the seeds using the IoT solutions. Okay, maybe germinations. Okay, we can do germination through IoT control, but light control, maybe moisture control with IoT. Of course, vegetative growth, we can automate the farming routines. Like example, monitoring of pH, monitoring of ECs, monitoring of others IoT's informations, so that our plants can grow in fast manners. Yeah, of course, in reproductions, we can also use IoT devices to like monitor when the plant's going to be like flowers. After that, when to collect the seeds and so on. So maybe we make use of camera, AI to like monitor the plant's growth. All these can be done with IoT. Yep. Okay, let's move into the simple indoor farm setup. Okay, yes, farming need patience and perseverance. Okay, so yep, if you are interested to do a farming, yes, what you need, let me explain to you. You need a farming rack, of course. Today you can go with either like example metal racks, or you can even go with some like a PVC, but must be food safe type of racks. So with these racks, you can set up maybe hydroponics or aeroponics. You can choose what types of farming method you want to use it. Okay, most common one probably could be hydroponics. Make use of water and some water-based nutrients to grow. Okay, next this A, you will need a rack. Okay, B, you need a timer to control the lights and water. Okay, for lights, if you are doing indoor, you don't need to give lights 24 hours. Okay, so later I explain to you about the lights, how much hours we need. Okay, how about water pump? So if you're going indoor, you don't have to like example like run the water all the time. Maybe you can have some kind of like control limits, so you can like keep the water at a certain level. After that water level low, then you can generate the water pump again, so that it can save power, electricities. Yeah, because indoor, maybe if you're using some IoT control indoor environment, it may use up some electricity. So our main goal is to achieve the much lesser electricity power usage. Okay, next, for indoor, we have to rely on the artificial lights. Of course, outdoor you don't need to. So for artificial lights, okay, it depends on the plants that you want to grow, or the area that the growth area. So you have to decide for what type of LED to be used, and drivers and power usage you have to be decided. Water pump, we can either use the AC type or DC type. If you want more powerful, I recommend to go with AC. If you want, like example, I would say like if you want to save some energy, you may go with DC. Okay, yeah. So you need some piping or tubing. If you are the DIY personal, you can do yourself piping and tubing, and then you can connect the water systems. Okay, and then next you will need a water tank. So water tank, it could be in the form of like example like a full safe coated water tank, or it could be some forms of PVC that are full safe type also. Yeah. So normally water tank we put below, okay, so that we put the water pump in as well, and we pump the water. So what you see here, the system is an example of ebb and flow. So that means we pump the water all the way up. Okay, after that the water will accumulate in the first, top row. Top reservoir. After that, at certain level have reached, the water will be flowed down to the second level. Second top level. After that, again, it reached to the certain limits, it will go down to the third top rows. Okay, yeah, this is how the water has been circulated. Okay, next, of all the systems to generate, of course you need electrical power. So when you want to set up, it's good to be placed near to the electrical switches. Also take note, don't be so close, or make sure that your switches are not sitting on the ground, because sometimes your water may be flow over to the flooring. So if your switches are on the ground, it can get electric shock. So make sure that your switches are placed somewhere at high level. Yeah, of course also must be reachable to your power equipments. Yeah, so this is a typical farming system setup. Okay, once you have done the setup, okay, yes, light. Okay, so give you some background for how much the lights will be needed. Of course, I mean for the light, if you want to grow outdoor farming, you need a light of about 5 to 6 hour direct sunlight. Okay, or you need about 10 hours of bright light or indirect sunlight if you're going outdoors. But how about indoors? So indoors, we don't have the luxury of sunlight. So what we have to replace it using LED strips, LED lights. So in the market, okay, so how much lights you need? You need about 12 to 14 hours of bright artificial lights. Of course, after you turn on the light for 12 to 14 hours, you have to turn it off. If you don't turn off, your plants will be overeaten. Okay, so it will become a yellowish color or sometimes it could be burn your leaf too hot maybe. Okay, so you need to regulate the light, okay, on and off at a regular interval, recommended about 12 to 14 hours on and 10 to 12 hours of it. So you have to give plants of course you have to give plants to rest also lah. Okay, next. Okay, light durations and distance and intensity should be optimized to prevent leaf from burning. Yes. Okay, so let's say if you plan to grow a slightly taller plant, you have to adjust your racks distance, the height to be slightly high. Of course, if your rack's height is high, your LED light need to be high intensive. Okay, because the light need to be reached through the down. Okay, so yes, if your light intensity is too high and too hot, it may also burn the leaf. Okay, so you have to balance it. Okay, okay, so you must know what plant you are growing, and then you have to maybe you need to ask the expert how much light is needed, how much distance is needed. You have to check with them. Okay, yeah. In the market, you can buy different types of lighting. Okay, the keywords that I normally use to buy is that they call it grow light. Okay, grow light means that the lights is tuned to this particular spectrum for growing certain veggies. Okay, so they call it grow light. And some lights, LED strips, okay, they got 5 volts, they have 12 volts. Okay, sometimes it could be 24 volts. Okay, depends. So 12 volts is quite common and it's pretty bright. Okay, but take note, there are certain lights, they doesn't come with a heat sink, meaning that when the light shines, it will generate heat. It can make the veggies warm. Or else, if you buy those lights with the heat sink or heat spreader, it can minimize the heat spreading. Alright, of course, the light strip, LED light strip with the heat spreader will be slightly more expensive, to take note. Okay, after consideration for lights, let's go into the CO2, carbon dioxide. Yeah, you can grow the plants in the one contained space without any ventilation. Yes, CO2 is very important. Okay, so in contrast to human, okay, plants use CO2 to do some like food digestions. Okay, so in general, we need about 300 to 500 ppm, parts per millions, the units of CO2 levels to grow our vegetables indoor. Of course, outdoor, you can't control the CO2 level. Yeah, for indoor, yes, you can control. And of course, you have to monitor indoor as well. Okay, just give an example. Okay, we have tried to grow these particular racks. This is our real scenario. So we put this rack at one of the labs during the school holiday period, and we noticed that the plants didn't grow well because we usually automate the whole solution and we close the lab. Okay. So what happened? We noticed that when the school reopened, when the students come in, we found that the plants will grow very fast. Because why? The student bring CO2. So when school reopen, the plants are very happy. They get CO2 and and then they grow faster and they grow bigger. That's what we noticed. So the good level for CO2 is about 800 to 1002 ppm. Okay, so this is for more for like commercial crop growth. Okay, so for commercial, right? For commercial plantation, you need time is the money, right? So if you the accelerate, the faster the growing, the farmers can generate better profits margins, right? So okay, so of course, if let's say your environment, the CO2 level is too low, what you can do is that you can inject CO2 from CO2 tank. So of course, take note, CO2 is toxic to human. So try not to do it during the confined place, or maybe don't do it. Let's say if your plant is in the planting rack is in your sleeping room, okay, bedroom, try not to inject CO2. Okay, the best way to regulate CO2 is that open the windows, or you can open your ventilations, or give some open some fan. It can also simulate or CO2. Okay. Yeah, so today you can get off-the-shelf CO2 sensors, like example you can see from Honeywell, or you can buy those like IoT ready CO2 sensors. You can place it somewhere at your rack there, and you can monitor the CO2 level. Okay, yeah. Okay, next, temperature. Yeah, temperature play a very critical role in growing certain plants. Since hydroponics plants, okay, example that I give you, they are growing water, temperature need to be monitored. What if temperature is too hot? Okay, I think our root will be maybe like heat up, and maybe can be warm. Okay, so the optimum optimum temperature is around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, for hydroponic systems. Okay, so how to monitor the temperature of this maybe like water tank? Okay, please do not dip those non-waterproof into the water tank. No way. So you have to use those like aquarium thermometer. You have to dip in, and then you have to measure the water temperature. Today you can get some EC meter, and today our EC meter also come with the temperature reading. So what you do is that you just open the device, you just dip into the water, certain level, and then you can monitor the temperature reading. This is an EC meter with temperatures. Okay. Okay, next, humidity. Of course, humidity must be well controlled between 40 to 80%. Okay, so if too humid, plants also will get like a bit of watery, too moist. Okay, if too dry, also no good. So you have to be maintained between 40 to 80. Okay, also it depends on the plant types. Yep. So both temperature and humidities can be regulated by a good ventilation, of course. You can open the fan, if you have any ventilation, please turn it on, or you can open the windows of your rooms if there's any ventilation, let the outside air to come in. You can regulate your room temperatures and room humidity. Okay, if your room is too humid, you can get some dehumidifiers. Okay, or of course, if you have aircon, you can turn it on at certain degrees Celsius. Okay, take note, you need to save power also. So you don't make the whole room too cold. You consume the more power. Okay, next, let's think about getting a water pump. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, there are AC type and DC type. So AC means you can draw the direct alternating current from the socket, and then you can pump to the water pump. Yes, they are very strong. Of course, take note about the noise level also. They are maybe a bit noisy. So I mean, if you put near to your bed, you can hear some sound of the water pump. Okay, so if you go with DC pump, yes, they draw less power and they are a bit silent. Okay, but less strength lah. But if your racks is too tall, suggest to go with AC pump. For today, you can buy those variable types of AC. Variable mean like you can adjust the flow. Okay, example, you want to be flow too strong or like less strength by adjusting some variable knot, and you can adjust the speed. Okay, so by adjusting it, you can also lower down the noise level. Okay, so you can, so how much water pump you need? Okay, for this example, for this track, we usually give about 30 minutes a water pump to pump, and then after that we rest for maybe about another 30 minutes, so that the water will be drained down through using the gravities. Okay, so this is ebb and flow systems. Okay, yeah. Okay, the future of IoT is here. Okay, so as you know that as farming need patience, and farming need to monitor a lot of parameters, a lot of things. Okay, so how can we like automate, and how can we like make like example use less manpower, yet we can grow veggies? So yes, today our future is that, okay, we can make use of the drone, so the drone can like spray some like fertilizer or nutrients to the plants. Of course, we can make use of IoT to monitor some swells or weather, example, so that it can also prevent certain, like example, weather damage or some kind of like abnormalities. Okay, so also today we can make use of AI to detect the plants, like example, plants anomalies, like, or even is yellowish, or the plants grow at a certain level. So on the setup over here, we make use of AI. We have some camera that we point to the plants to monitor the plant's growth at certain time. If the plants doesn't grow by certain period, the AI will alert to the users to make some actions. Okay. So let me explain to you this dashboard. Okay, so this is a smart dashboard that implemented by Singapore Poly. So this dashboard allow us to like control and automate the water and the pump. Okay, so on my mobile phones, okay, I have a live monitoring dashboard over here. So I'm using web dashboard. So from there, I can monitor the temperature, humidity, and I can also monitor the flow reading. So now, okay, the farm is just next to me. So now the farm is very no noise because there is no water flowing. So I can monitor the water flow using here. And next, I can monitor the CO2 level and lighting, whether the lights is on or not. Okay, so I can also see the past CO2 level. So in my room, I have about CO2 about maximum 600 plus. Okay, and current CO2 is about 485. So okay, yeah. So this is the optimal level for this I mean like the webinar space. Yeah. So this is the IoT dashboards. So this dashboard I can also like open it from my home because it's a web based. So I can just type in the IP address, I type in the credential, username, password, authenticate it, I can monitor it. Yeah. Okay. So okay, this is our IoT dashboards. I mean the IoT box. So we have a ventilation for the systems, cooling system, and we have a sensor connectors here that connect to our various sensor. There's also a small little camera here to detect the plants, whether they are in the green or they are in yellowish. We can also detect, and we do also put in the pH meter here. Okay, so to monitor the pH levels, okay, of the water. Okay, so let's talk about pH and EC. So pH is very important. Example, if your water tank, if your pH level is go below, like example 4, pH 4, right, it will be very acidic. So what you need to do is that you have to put in some baking soda, or you have to make your water more alkaline. So this is, pH is very important. If your water is too alkaline, also your plants cannot grow. So it's good to be maintained between like 5 to 7. Of course, in internet you may find certain specs that how much pH is good. You can go and find it out based on different types of veggies and plants. How about EC? EC, electroconductivities. Yes, EC will help the farmers and user to measure how much nutrient is added to the water tank. So let's say I have one example with one experience with one project experience. Okay, we found that the customer side, the plants are not growing so well. And we noticed we brought in the EC meter and we went and dip it out. What happened that the customer didn't put in the nutrients inside. This is how we noticed it. So after that we suggest that to our customers to put in some nutrients. After a while, a week later, the plants grow like very well. Okay, so yes, EC will affect the growth of, I mean like the nutrients will affect the growth of the plants because hydroponics, it depends on the water and the nutrients. Yeah. How about, let's say, if you add too much nutrient inside the water tank, is it good? No. If you put too much of EC, yes, EC will create some electrics. I mean, like they give you some like acidity. So it will create. If you put too much nutrient, your water will be a bit more acidic. Okay, it can burn the root. Okay, once you burn the root, the plants will suffer, and then they will slow down the growth. Yeah, so EC is very important to monitor. Yeah, so of course this is the manual EC meter. You have to manually go and dip it out. So in this IoT solutions, we also have a EC meter dip into the water, and we use a microcontroller to sense it out at certain regular interval. If your EC level is low, we inform the farmers or owners to look into the water. Okay, yeah. All right. So what are the benefits? So let me wrap up. Okay, so today I have discussed about the IoT and 8C IoT. So if we integrate, or if we apply this IoT into our farming, so what can we benefit it from? Okay, so again, in today our farm's process can be done in either indoor or outdoor. So our IoT can help to sense, okay, the environmental data, temperature, humidity, CO2, and lights, sensitivity. All this we can be combined, we can monitor them. Okay, after that, if the data reach to certain threshold level, our IoT system can help and program to alert and notify to the farmers for the quick actions, so that today in the farm, if your reaction is slow, what happened? Your whole plantation can be gone due to some, like example, some bad weather or certain condition is not met. Okay, so you can do a proactive and quick actions with these IoT solutions. Okay, but with web-based condition monitoring, you can monitor through your mobile devices, you can monitor through desktop applications, you can monitor through anything with web browser, you can monitor. These are the web-based. Okay, so today our web-based are very convenience, okay, and we also come with the good security. And remote control of system via a mobile device. Yes, we can also control the system, like as I showed you just now. I can monitor, I can control like lights, pumps through the mobile systems. Yes, it can help me to automate my farming solutions, okay, without needing to go and check the system often. So it really helps to save the manpowers and utilizations also. All right. Okay, now comes to my end of my topic.